What up, yo? Your boy Mike back again. And today I'll be doing a discography ranking. A discography ranking on whom? One of my favorite bands of all time. A band that held down metal in the 90s when metal was a bad word. A band that stood metal while, even though I love them, the great Metallica didn't want to be called metal, just was doing bluesy hard rock, and it was disgusting. Even though I like a handful of load and reload songs. I'm talking about the mighty Pantera, the fucking Texas boys, even though Phil Anselmo is from New Orleans. But you know, absolutely amazing band. One of my favorite bands of all time, besides the death metal and Norwegian black metal scenes of the 1990s. Even though that late 80s death metal was really killing shit too, but like besides that, in the underground, Pantera was holding down metal. Period. In the '90s, like even though I'm a big fan of grunge, Pantera just is miles better than all those bands. You know what I mean? I think they're neck for neck with Alice in Chains, though, in my opinion. Because Alice in Chains is damn near a metal band, in my opinion. Love Alice in Chains, but Pantera is just fucking amazing. The discography ranking will just be on the 1990 to 2000 eras because, to be quite frank, I'm not too keen on the 80s era of Pantera, glam terror, as my homie Ralph Vieira would say. Just not big on that era with Terry Glaze and shit. Sounds like a fucking dollar store Van Halen, in my opinion. Even though the playing Dom is still great, but I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest, to be 100% honest, you know what I mean? I like some songs off power metal, like Pussy Tight and some shit like that, but uh, not a big fan of Metal Magic and Projects in the Jungle, and I forgot what else, some shit. Not a big fan. I listen to all that shit, but not a big fan of that shit, man. And was that shit even released by retail? If so, very low, because I don't think it was like I never seen this shit in stores, so who knows if that was released underground or whatever. But not a big fan of it. You know what I'm saying? So how did I get into Pantera? I got into Pantera when I was like 7 years old, 1992. I seen a video for Walk on Headbangers Ball, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy shit, And I just kept singing the chorus. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be till 1995 when I got the Cowboys from Hell cassette and Vulgar, and then I just didn't look back after that. Big fan, like huge fan of Pantera, die hard, yo. Love these guys, man. Um, as I said, I'll be just ranking the 1990 to 2000 discography. So this might be a shocker to some people how low I have this album. This album is considered their best to some. This album is considered to be one of their best. You know what I mean? But in my opinion, it's not better than the ones that I have before it. But I have no problems with it at all. Like I like every song, and I'm talking about the 1990 released Cowboys from Hell from Pantera, fresh off their 80s hair metalish fucking albums. Power Metal came out in 1988. Phil Anselmo's first album with the band was Power Metal. But yeah, man, this album straight out the gate is just fucking incredible with Cowboys from Hell. The lyrics on there, Dimebag's fucking guitars, licks and shit, yo, just fucking amazing. Phil Anselmo's harsh vocals, absolutely love it. Fucking and when Phil Anselmo sings clean, it is amazing. Cemetery Gates, yo, that shit is just incredible. The highs he does at the end of Cemetery Gates is just incredible. The range that he has too is unmatched on this. Just Rob Halford esque fucking vocal range right there. My favorite track off here is Domination, An absolute fucking banger of a track. That shit is amazing. And this album is fucking very good, you know. Phil still has that, Queensryche, how can I say this? Judas Priest, type of vocal, but it's still hard, still heavy, you know what I mean? Um, Clash with Reality, Medicine Man, Message in Blood, fucking so fucking good. The Art of Shredding, just the titles on this is amazing. The songs are amazing. Heresy, Psycho Holiday is a fucking banger. Oh, I love the sound of this record too. Just fucking punishing. With, great vocal range from Phil as well. Um, Produced by Terry Date, amazing producer in my opinion. This one, like, they were on a road with fucking Alice in Change and suicidal tendencies and was suffering, a little bit with a shitty tour bus. And yeah, they got signed, you know, around before this album came out. It's like the fucking record exec was at like their concert and there was a tornado going on or some shit, hurricane, some shit like that. And he ended up picking him up. And you know, he did a great move right there because this album is just absolutely fantastic. I love it. It's a great album. I remember getting the cassette in 1995, and on the first day, it got caught in my shitty boombox, and I was absolutely furious. But the same day, that's how cool my uncle is. I love him to death. My Uncle Martin fucking walked to the mall and got me another copy, and I think it was, I don't want to say my shitty boombox because I think it was a cassette. You know what I mean? Because I rarely had that happen, thankfully, and I collected cassettes for a good 3 4 years. You know what I mean? And I rarely had that happen. But when that snapped, I was pissed. So I had to beat the cassette because the new one played fine until I transferred over to CDs. But yeah, man, Cowboys from Hell, an absolute banger of an album. I love it. It's really fucking good. Great shit. Domination, my favorite track on it, as I stated. Next is Pantera's last album. I got up in my ranking. Reinventing the Steel, released in 2000. This album is fucking amazing. It's just too fucking good. Heavy as all fuck. Straight out the gate, just not giving a fuck on Hellbound. Amazing shit. I fucking love that. Goddamn electric. Your trust is in whiskey and weed and Black Sabbath. This goddamn electric. Oh, it's so fucking good. Love that riffing. Dimebags riffing at, oh, just so killer. And then Kerry King does some little solo at the end. Kerry King of Slayer. Great, great shit. Yesterday don't mean shit. Just fucking, you know. I think this was like talking about because they got a lot of flack for being like a glam band before they did Cowboys. You know what I mean? And like Mike Mirror from Suicidal Tendencies was even talking a little bit of shit about them. And Phil was like, "Well, they did shit that didn't work either." So I remember seeing that in an interview. But yeah, man, they're basically saying, "Fuck all that shit, man. Yesterday don't mean shit, man. It's all about what we're doing present day, and we're reinventing the motherfucking steel. We're showing y'all how metal's supposed to sound because." Even though I'm a fan of some new metal bands, around 2000, you had a lot of shit coming out. The prior year was like Papa Roach, oof, atrocious, shitty fucking band. Who else? You had Disturbed in 2000, garbage fucking band. What you had? I can't remember. Saliva, oof, terrible. Mudvayne is fucking amazing though. Whoa, LD50, that's only album I like, but LD50 is a fucking masterpiece and it's far too technical and heavy to be considered a new metal album in my opinion. And Slipknot too, far too brutal to be a new metal band. But yeah, new metal was just shit in the bed at that time, and Pantera was like, This is what metal's supposed to sound like, motherfucker. You know? Real shit. Traditional shit. You know what I mean? Even though I wouldn't consider this traditional metal, but it's like metal, you know? What's closer to Black Sabbath? Fucking Linkin Park or Pantera? You know, get the fuck out of here. But yeah, man. Pantera killed shit on here. You gotta belong to it. So fucking gully. Revolution is my name. Amazing. One of Pantera's greatest tracks ever. Love the video when they're little kids putting fucking Kiss face paint on, just showing their influence and shit. So fucking cool. Um, Uplift. It makes them disappear, which is oh man. If I had to choose my favorite song, it'd be either It Makes Them Disappear or Goddamn Electric. I can't fucking choose. I'll cast a shadow evil shit at the end, little outro. Yeah, Phil, kiss my ass, Dracula. Little funny shit right there. But yeah, man, just an amazing fucking album. Reinvent the Steel, man. Hard as fuck. And this would be like the first time Phil Anselmo actually grew his hair all the way the fuck out. You know? Because, on the Cowboys, he had like half of his head was shaved. Thought that was pretty fucking cool. And he's rocking a Venom black metal shirt, yo. Dope shit. Absolutely amazing album. Vinnie Paul too. Vinnie Paul's fucking bass drumming, double bass drumming on here, amazing. You know, and the era I'm doing, Pantera consists of Phil Anselmo on vocals, Dimebag Darrell on guitars, Vinnie Paul on drums, Rex Brown on bass. Amazing lineup too. Yep, Reinvent the Steel, banger. Love that album to death. Next we have the chaotic, heavy as all fuck album, The Great Southern Trendkill, released in 1997. No, my bad, 1996. Um, Absolute incredible album. Love this album to death. One time I thought I was like, "Yo, is this my favorite?" That's how much I love it. Out the gate, The Great Southern Trendkill, so fucking heavy. Like Pantera, they didn't go back and get softer or change. They got heavier. Every record, yo. Heavy as fuck, The Great Southern Trendkill, man. Fuck your magazine. Just basically at this time, they're like, fuck alternative music. Fuck Metallica with their load shit. Fuck all this fake shit. Fuck the Smashing Pumpkins. You know what I mean? They want some fuck everybody shit, basically. Phil Anselmo even wore a shirt around this time, I think, saying like alternative music sucks or whatever. You just didn't give a fuck about the grunge era and all that alternative shit, yo. It's like, what's trendy to you, I'm gonna just kill. The Great Southern Trend Kill. Fuck off with all that trendy shit. Amazing. Warner fucking evil shit. Drag the Waters. Whew. Fucking love that song, man. Phil's vocals too, and Dime's dis- destruction on his fucking Dean guitar on there. Just so fucking epic. My favorite track on the whole fucking album, Tens. Basically about Phil battling his fucking heroin addiction and shit. Amazing song. 13 Steps to Nowhere, love it. Suicide Note Part 1 is like a love letter to Led Zeppelin. That's Led Zeppelin worship right there. Suicide Note Part 2 is fucking banging as well. Living Through Me, Hell's Wrath, amazing. Floods, woo! One of the greatest Dimebag Darrell guitar solos ever, man. So fucking good. Underground in America, just a reprise. Sandblasted Skin, so fucking good. I just love this fucking album. It's amazing. There's also a 20th anniversary edition out of this, which I've been sleeping on to get. I need to get that. I want that. But yeah, man, this album is just fucking amazing. At the time, a little bit of turmoil in the band. Phil did his vocals in Trent Reznor's studio of Nine Inch Nails, and I think that's in New Orleans. And Pantera just recorded I mean, like Vinnie Paul, Rex, and Dime just recorded the instruments somewhere else. But still, regardless of that, one of Pantera's best. You know, like I said, at one point, it was my favorite, man. Well, I was thinking it was my favorite. You know, could have been, but love this album. How heavy and just destruction, and just how heavy and destructive it is, man. Love it. Great, great shit. Next is an album that I just adore. Far Beyond Driven. 20th anniversary edition, original copy. The original version had had ass cheeks with like a drill bit going through it. How fucking brutal is that? But this album is just unbelievably fucking heavy. Straight out the gate, just filled with unrelentless vocals on strength beyond strength. Just not giving a fuck. Starts off heavy as all fuck. No leading up intro, just fucking straight on metal. You know, stronger than all. Ugh, becoming my all-time favorite Pantera song and my favorite track of this album. I love that shit. The lyrics on there too, so fucking good. Amazing lyrics on that. 5 minutes alone, so brutal. Love that. Great video too. I'm broken. Opening riff and shit on I'm broken. Dimebag just own shit on there. Good friends in a bottle of pills. I fucked your girlfriend last night. I love that shit, man. So fucking good. Hot Lines and Sunken Cheeks. Probably my second favorite song. Absolutely love that. Great lyrics in there too. Oh, that is so fucking good. That track is banging. My second favorite on there. Slaughtered. Oh, shedding skin. Use my third arm. The breakdown in that shit. Ooh, man. Love it. And they cover Black Sabbath with Planet Caravan of the 1970 Paranoid album. But they fucking own on this record. Everything is good. Nothing wrong with it. If someone said this was their favorite, I wouldn't argue at all whatsoever. This album is just absolutely amazing. Heavy as all fuck. Terry Date even told him, you know, because they told Terry, we want to make a record heavier than Vulgar. And Terry Date was like, how is that even humanly possible? And they fucking did it, yo. 1994's Far Beyond Driven. Absolute fucking banger of an album. Love it to death. Great, great shit. And my favorite Pantera album of all time. Ranking it number one. You know what the fuck it is, man. Vulgar Display of Power, 1992. The 20th anniversary edition. The motherfucking original. What can I say about this album right here? In my opinion, one of the greatest metal albums ever. Yes. And a lot of people hate Pantera, you know, and it's mostly the extreme metal fans just don't fucking like them. Mostly it's them, you know, and they inspired so many shitty bands like Five Finger Death Punch, which I don't like, Avenged Sevenfold, which I don't like either, and well, else they that the metalcore bands, whatever the fuck they talk about, they just don't like Pantera, and I don't. This is just me. I don't get how you can like. Now everyone's entitled to their own opinion, you know what I mean? Don't get me fucked up, but I don't get how you can like the heaviest of heavy and not like this band from 1990 to 2000. I don't get it. I don't get it. This band is unbelievably fucking heavy. The attitude, everything about the images, you know, even the image and everything, just everything about them is metal as metal can fucking get. Metal as fuck. I don't get it. Just don't get it. Um, Out the fucking cut with Mouth for War, just Relentless fucking screaming from Phil Anselmo. A new level, yo. That shit is just so fucking great. A new level of confidence and power. Oh, that shit's so good. Walk, fucking one of the singles. Walk is amazing. That riff from Dime is just iconic as, I don't know, the Back in Black riff. It's just, ugh, so fucking iconic. Fucking hostile. Ugh, what can I say? Banging. Like, probably my second favorite song, definitely. This Love, great shit. Phil singing some clean vocals, love it. Rise, oh, another banger on that. By Demons Be Driven, my favorite song on here, no doubt about it. Hollow, Phil singing clean, amazing. Oh fuck, I don't know. Hollow might be my favorite song, and then fucking Hostile. Then by Demons Be Driven, I don't know. It's tough. Yeah. Hollow's my favorite song on here, man. Probably. It's so fucking good. 1992 masterpiece. This album is flawless. This is their master of puppets, in my opinion. This is their motherfucking paranoid. Their Led Zeppelin fall. To me, amazing album. Album cover is just so gully. You got a motherfucker just getting punched in his grill. Pan fucking terror, yo. 1992 Vocal Display of Power, my favorite Pantera album, their magnum opus. And let me just talk about some controversy. In 2016, I think it was, had to be last year. I think it was. Phil Anselmo, fucking, he fucking was at one of Dime celebrations that they do for Dime, and on stage he did the fucking Hitler, Nazi salute and said white power, which I'll be 100% honest, it infuriated me at first. I'm like, yo, he's a guy that I look up to my whole life, then man, and I'm black, I'm a black man. He's doing that shit. I just didn't like it, you know what I mean? And then Rob Flynn from Machine Head comes out and says, Phil said the nigger era of Machine Head he hates and stuff. And I believe Rob Flynn, I'm not gonna lie, and I was just so fucking upset. But I had a whole change of heart when I seen Phil Anselmo's interview, what he did, I think, with Eddie Trunk, I think it was. And he said he was raised by a fucking, you know, gay black man. And, his biggest mentor was, I think, a commentator from HBO. And he was a black man. And he would call and tell Phil that I call this fight right. And, I seen a video of Phil hugging on this black dude, and just the black dude pouring his heart out and saying what the music of Pantera does for him. And he was getting heckled by fans in the audience. That's why he did White Power. And then, I believe Phil. I had a change of heart. And I believe Phil. I believe he was getting heckled and shit. I really, truly believe that. You know what I mean? Even though it was a stupid thing to do, but still. I don't think Phil Anselmo's racist at all. People can hate and say he is and all that, but I don't think he is, man. So I apologize for the rant and shit like that I did on Phil Anselmo. It's no longer on my channel because I deleted half my content and restarted over again. But yeah, man, I'm a diehard Pantera fan. I don't give a fuck about the haters. They're not metal and they're not real metal or whatever the fuck. Fuck y'all, man. Pantera is heavy as fuck and are metal as fuck, yo. And they held shit down when even though I love Metallica, when they weren't doing their job in the '90s. Besides the Norwegian black metal scene and the death metal scene of the '90s, Pantera was holding it down for the mainstream shit. And the word mainstream don't even go well with Pantera, because even though they were kind of mainstream, cause had videos and stuff like that, they weren't necessarily what you would want in a mainstream band like the corporates, because they are straight heavy as fucking just didn't give a fuck and did it their way. So that's my discography ranking for the 1990 to 2000 era of the mighty Pantera. And I hope y'all enjoyed. I got some more shit in store, so I will see y'all on the flip side as always. Peace, people.